Hello, everyone. Welcome to Shine a Light. Another month, another opportunity to meet another organization. This month is a happy Pride Month, and we have one of our member who works with the LGBTQ plus community, and we want you all to meet them, to know them, and to shine with them. Welcome, Senior Bishop Jacquelyn. Please introduce yourself and introduce the organization that you are with.
Good afternoon. Hi, my name is Jacquelyn Holland. I'm the Senior Bishop at Unity Fellowship Church Movement. We are a faith-based progressive Christian denomination. We are radically inclusive, and we believe in radical hospitality and radical love. Our mantra at Unity is God is love, and love is for everyone. We believe in the sacredness of all life. We believe that the divine entity accepts you just the way that you are as a lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, questioning, intersex people. We believe that we are created exactly the way that we are. We do not judge. We accept all humans the way that they are. We have 16 churches throughout the country. We have fellowship. We have a fellowship in Jamaica, which we are extremely proud of. It is 11 years old, I believe, and it started as a ministry that would feed the homeless youth that lived in the gullies. They would leave or be put out of their home because they were LGBT, and our pastors, Reverend Nevin and Reverend Clarence, started this ministry where they were just feeding the children in the gullies that lived there. And then they opened a safe house. We now have 2 safe houses in Jamaica, and we have one in Riverside, California. I'm extremely proud of all of our churches, all of our ministries, and particularly our Jamaican ministry, which also does a health fair every year for the community where we do blood pressure checks and give out foods and different things like that. So we are Unity Fellowship Church Movement, started by Archbishop Carl Beam, who passed a few years ago. May he continue to rest in peace. In 1982, I believe, he heard in a dream that the divine was saying to him that my people are not being taken care of. And he started hearing about people who were drug users, commercial sex workers, and he started MAP, Minority Age Project, years ago, which was the first organization that specifically targeted people of color. Right? So he also felt like that lesbian and gay, queer people were not being serviced, people of faith. So he wanted to create safe spaces for us to be able to worship freely, where we would come in and not feel judged, where we would feel like our love was not simply tolerated, but affirmed by a loving God that really is one of unconditional love. I am a proud out lesbian, masculine of center lesbian of faith. And I am grateful. I started in Unity in 1992. I've been in ministry for 33 years, and I'm very grateful and very excited to have a space not only to be who I am, but to affirm to others, to really encourage people to reconnect with the God of their understanding. Though we are a progressive Christian denomination, we do not put Christianity above any other religion, any other faith. We believe that the divine is present everywhere, in the mosque, in the church, in the streets, everywhere. So that is who I am. And Unity Fellowship Church Movement is my denomination.
Let me tell you, what a beautiful statement you have shared with us. Because I can feel all along the words that the key is love,
That's it.
acceptance.
That's it.
Accept
That
who you are with love, be yourself, and love you whoever you are and whoever you decided to be. And that
exactly.
is love. That is a true meaning of love.
Yes.
That's so, so
Pride.
beautiful.
Pride.
I'm
Yes.
saying, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
And I
You
also, it's a journey. Like you don't, okay, I love myself and that's it. Like daily, you grow to love yourself more and more. It's a journey. I encourage people to stay on the journey, to continue. You may still feel uncomfortable today, but next week just work on it. So it's a journey. Sorry for interrupting you. That's what I meant to say.
No, as I said, we're learning, we having a talk. But let me tell you something that you just shared that hit me. We are always on a journey to discover ourselves. You
Right.
say something very important. You might feel uncomfortable today because you are still dealing with your search of your true love, of your true
Yes,
self. But then when you I think love brings acceptance. And when you click everything together in a cohesive way, the discomfort that you was feeling yesterday is no longer with you because you are a whole.
exactly.
So that's when you say it's a journey, I can see that.
Yeah.
Definitely, I can see the journey. Let me go back a little bit to the back because you were saying that you are kind of a nationwide church movement,
Yeah.
but also you have a Jamaica one.
Yes, we're global now. Yes.
Exactly. So in North Carolina, where we live, how many churches do you have?
We have one church in Charlotte. I live in Charlotte, and that is my home church. We have
Okay.
one church here. And as a senior bishop, I am over, you know, the bishop of all the churches. I work very closely with the prelate. We have three jurisdictional bishops that's over a jurisdiction. So they're assigned to work with the pastors and the congregations of a specific jurisdiction. For example, jurisdiction one is in the West. So that would be our Los Angeles church, Riverside church, as well as San Diego. Jurisdiction two, for example, is New York City, Newark, New Jersey. We have a church in Philadelphia. J3 is the Southern jurisdiction. So our bishop is in Maryland, and there's a church in Columbia, Maryland, a church in Atlanta, a church in Charlotte. So that's the way it's broken up. So as a senior bishop, I spend time more working closely with the bishops, with the national board, with the prelate. Many times I represent as the prelate of the denomination as he works more globally. I like working internally with the people.
Mm.
That is my passion, to work with the people. One of my new divine assignments, I believe, is to work with seniors, since I'm a senior and I live in a senior building. And I find myself doing more work with seniors, advocating, setting up monthly events. It's something I love, as well as want to develop something for women, queer women clergy from the ages of 25 to 50, living legacy. I
Mm.
believe as leaders, as we are senior leaders, it is our responsibility to sow into the leaders of today, not to wait until we're going to leave a legacy, but they are the living legacy of today. So that's one of my most recent passions and divine assignments. I stay busy. I enjoy the work. I enjoy the people. I feel like without people, as a bishop, all you have is a title. Without people, it's like you're just walking around with, and I have no interest in that. Just having a title. It's the people, it's the work. I get very excited when another person says, I did not know that God loves me the way that
Mm.
I am. And I encourage people to be in spaces that support who you are. Be with people that support you, that will encourage you to love yourself. Churches that speak against you, that say you're abomination, it's not healthy. So as much as you can, even if it's one friend that you found, even if it's a non-gay, most of the spaces that we're in are not necessarily, don't necessarily talk about being queer. But like I'm with the senior women, I'm a senior, and they encourage me just to be all of who I am. Silly, intelligent, sometimes theological, old, affirm that I'm an old lady. We can joke about some of those senior things like going to put something in the refrigerator and we open the microwave. like, it
I can
doesn't
relate.
necessarily,
I can
it
relate.
doesn't necessarily focus on me being queer. What it affirms all of who I am, and they don't frown around the fact that I am queer. I'm a lesbian. That's what I mean. Those spaces that encourage you to live your best life authentically, the way that you are. Shout out to my trans siblings, my
Mm.
trans sisters and brothers, who I feel are extremely courageous to affirm this is who God created me to be. Many of our sisters are being killed today, and I stand against that. I stand against the violence against our trans siblings, our trans brothers that are misgendered. I feel when you affirm who you are, it's your divine responsibility to pull somebody with you to lift them as well.
You were talking about legacy. That's a big word.
Yes, legacy.
If how do you empower, as you were saying, queer people between 25 and beyond to be the whole, to be proud, to be proactive, to be welcoming, to be whole again? How do you inspire them? Is there
Well,
any trick, any particular thing where you're saying, this is my legacy to the people that I work with, that I want to empower them?
I have started mentoring. I'm part of Zami Nobla, which is a Zami Nobla, North Carolina chapter. It's a national organization for Black lesbians on aging. That's what NOBLA. It's an acronym. So I'm part of that group. And I started mentoring this young masculine identified lesbian who's in her 20s.
Hmm.
So we talk like twice a month and just conversations around some of the things that she's doing. I believe the things that I encourage everyone to do to affirm who you are, live your best life. So I believe she teaches musicians. She teaches classes. If you're really smart, affirm that you're intelligent. Don't dumb down. I know that's a horrible, horrible phrase, but sometimes you feel uncomfortable because of peer pressure. I'm a wordsmith. I love words. So some of the uncommon words I may not use if I'm with certain people. And I decided not to do that, to be me,
Hmm.
and also I'm in groups where there are people that know more words than I do, like reach for the higher branch. I would encourage young queer people to find your passion and do that. If you're an artist, be the best artist that you can be. If you're in school, if you love math, think of a way that you can use math to give you joy. Do something every day that scares you, that challenges you. The same things that I would encourage seniors or people of all age. Love yourself, but be with people, find spaces that can affirm you. Try to stay away from people that do not affirm who you are, and gently correct people. If your pronoun is he, for example, and aesthetically people feel like your pronoun should be she, and they say she, just gently say, I prefer he, or I prefer they, or them. And it's okay. Don't get so bent out of shape when somebody doesn't affirm you. or if they gender you. My name is Jacquelyn. I don't like to be called Jackie, but particularly Southern people, I introduce myself as Jacquelyn, and they're going to say Jackie. I never liked Jackie. My family could call me Jackie because you can't correct family. It's just a waste of time. But new people, I will say Jacquelyn. Or if I'm in the room that's mostly male clergy, for example, a lot of times people will use their title and not mine. So if I introduce myself as Bishop Jacquelyn Holland, then give me the same honor and respect as you would give other clergy in the room. So those little ways, you'll find that the more that you do that, when you wake up in the morning, you say, I am enough. I'm great. I'm great because God created me. I'm the Imago Dei, created in the image of God, the qualities that will help me live a positive life. Be grateful. I think for me, every day when I'm grateful for things, it helps me not be so concerned about the things that I can't change. Being kind to someone, doing an act of kindness regularly, you'd be surprised how that can take you out of your dull space. People who are always negative, I try to stay away from them. I don't judge, but it just sucks your positive energy. So that's what I would encourage young people. Find those spaces, check in with elders and elder queer people. Just every once in a while, just check in and have a conversation around how did you do it? This is a whole different time. The things that we did, the way that we got through, sometimes that also helps.
Definitely, again, based on what you were saying, acceptance, try to, with kindness, others. At the end, it's love.
Yes,
And as we always heard, love is love. And you choose to love whoever you want to love. And that
right,
should be accepted, which we know is not always that way. But I
right.
think there was a moment in life, and I can see us in the same age. There was a moment when you fight for your belief, and there is a moment when you say, you know what? I know who I am. I want to be in kind spaces. I accept you if you don't accept me as I am. So this is not my space.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
it brought me, when I was listening to you, to the trust that you have to have for you and for others in order to be in our working spaces the trusted messengers.
That's right.
Because that is very, 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 very key on this work that we do with the communities. Being
Right.
whole, as you were saying, and I want to connect being whole with the legacy and the trusted messenger is a very heavy title.
Mm.
So the question for you, as a trusted messenger, how do you build that in your community, in your spaces?
First of all, self-care.
Mm.
It's actually one of my challenges is resting, right? But self-care. You have to take care of yourself, uh, healthier living, making sure that you go to the doctor or, eat healthier, better. Your body will tell you what it needs, and your body will tell you what's not working for it.
Mm.
Doing your best to live healthier, first of all, taking care of you. Because if you don't take care of you, you won't be here to help anybody, right? That and a bite at a time. Yeah, this justice work sometimes feels so hopeless, right? Because it's so big. It's so much to fight against: racism, sexism, misogyny, homophobia, ageism, all of that. A bite at a time. I heard this quote one time. I'm not sure who who said it, but mountains are moved one pebble at a time. So what helps me is to focus on my peace. What is my faithful step that I need to take? And it's not always easy because I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. I I like to cook. So one of the things I do is I feed my neighbors that don't cook, right? I'll say, "Oh, I made this big something. I'm gonna bring some to share with you." Like the little ways that you can do things. My mother always taught me, she died a few years ago, her expression was, "If I can help somebody." And I see now how that helped her. It feels good to be kind. It feels good to help somebody. So it doesn't matter like how young you are. I'm impressed with the young people today, the young adults, the teens. They don't take the stuff. They're not taking the stuff that we used to take. Like we often, and I hate this, I don't like to say, oh, I don't speak for the whole queer community. I don't speak for all Black women, but often many of us would feel like you've got to be one or the other. You're either gay, or you're either heterosexual, you're butch, or you're femme. And a lot of these young people, it's very fluid. It's like, okay, today I love girls, and tomorrow I love boys, and next week I'm not sure. I feel masculine today, I feel feminine tomorrow. I love that the courage of these young people. We underestimate how they are affected by the things that are going on, all the violence, all the killing. A lot of our young people endured COVID, and how many people in their family did they see pass of COVID? How many people in the community? Recently, with the ICE that came in and was just taking people, some of our young people, you wait for the bus and you've got 30 kids. And during that time here in Charlotte, you go to the bus and it's only a few children. Do we think about how that affects the psyche of our children? Teaching them to come to you and to talk to you. If you see, particularly teenagers, they don't talk as much. But a situation that's going on, how are you feeling? How is school? What's happening? Really encouraging them that you can be great. We want you to do your best. A's are wonderful. If you worked really hard and you got a C, that's great. And we're going to help you. What part didn't you understand? When you're comfortable with you and all of who you are, it helps you be comfortable with other people. So I would encourage queer people to find those spaces where you're affirmed, but also work within yourself every day to see how you can be more comfortable with you, with your.
You mentioned something very important these days. We have lived with a lot of labels that others put on us. It doesn't matter, as I am an immigrant. So, oh, you are an immigrant. You're not a person. You are queer. You are not a person. And that differentiates us instead of building us together as a whole.
Yes.
You have a label. I have a label. My neighbor has a label. But being a trusted messenger, you say something that hit me. You love to cook. So you get close to people, maybe with your food, and you start showing them, this is who I am, and I'm exactly as you. Maybe I have even a different outcome, but we are the same. We need food. And with food, we can get together and start knowing each other, finding a common ground.
Common ground. Exactly. Exactly. Embracing all of that. I think you name yourself and you get to say who you are. You get to name that. Some people like labels. Some
Mm-hmm.
people, or for some people, it's an identity that helps me craft a space that I can grow in. Oh, this is who I am. Other people say I don't do labels, and that's fine. I believe in the both and.
Mm-hmm.
Accept both wherever you are, as long as you're respectful. You respect me, and I respect you. The one thing that I push against and I judge is abuse. Abuse is just not okay. It's just not okay.
And it
It's
comes
never
under
okay
different
to
labels.
abuse. That's right.
sometimes abuse comes with different labels as well.
That's right. And doesn't necessarily look like abuse. It's subtle. Yeah.
Mm,
Love
mm.
counteracts all of that. Jesus's ministry, I believe, was about love. It's about love. Love and acceptance. He would sit with people that they felt like he shouldn't be sitting with. And he said, it's love, accepting us. That's what I think we need today, acceptance, love, and hope. As a messenger, I believe that I am an ambassador of hope.
I love that. I
Hope
like
to
that.
people. So it will get better. It will get better. Hope doesn't say that everything's perfect, but hope gives you this expectation that things will get better, to anticipate it will get better. That's what hope is. And I think that the people of faith, these organizations like North Carolina Counts Coalition, one of the things I think that I would like to see is more affirming of queer people. And, some of us are willing to be ambassadors, like those uncomfortable conversations. I don't mind being the poster child for the senior Black lesbians because it's important. I think when people see images of who they are, they feel more comfortable supporting an organization. So as we move forward, that is what I would like to see, not just simply saying within our brochures and our information that we support all people, we support the LGBTQ community, and we have members, and we are all one beloved community. I quick shout out for Queen Melissa. She has always been supportive of Unity Fellowship Church movement and the organizations in District 3. She's clear about who she is and affirming our people. And she's one person. Aja, I don't think she's here anymore, but as well. People like that. Like you don't have to, the powers that be, you don't have to do the speeches. But every time we have something, we should highlight the people that are overlooked.
Mm.
And queer community is one of the communities that's overlooked. Yeah. That's my little 2 cents commercial for.
No, and I agree with you. And I agree with you. Again, I said before, I'm an immigrant, and I feel when I see someone that looks like me, that talk as the same language, is easier to
Mhm.
feel the trust and build trust within the community. But I also believe that the love comes when you are open to talk with others and to welcome others that don't necessarily have the same upcoming as I do. So
Yes.
I think that's where coalitions are important, to see different people that we're looking for the same outcome. We're looking for the same goal, but it
Yes.
doesn't matter where you come from.
That's right.
You have the opportunity to get together. And that's what we are. NC Coalition is at that.
Yes.
We have people from different backgrounds,
Yeah.
and we are trying to build a better, justice, and equitable North Carolina. And you are part of that coalition.
Absolutely. And I'm here and I will be here as long as I'm able.
Perfect.
Ab-
Is there anything, Senior Bishop, that you would love to add to this conversation in this Pride Month that we are sharing with you?
Uh, Happy Pride and acronym. I'm a teacher. I love teaching and I taught for years. So an acronym for Pride is press rigorously, intentionally, divinely every day. Press. Just keep pressing divinely, despite of what's going on, in spite of the environment that's speaking hate. Just press, push, praise, be proud. Happy Pride.
Nothing to add. That was beautiful. Thank you so much for being with us today. We will be working together, as
Thank
you would
you.
say, and until you decided to be with
Yes,
your church and with NC Council Coalition. We are so honored. As I always said, we are together in looking for a better place for every one of us.
it's
So
right.
thank
It's
you.
right.
Thank you very much for this time.
Thank you for this
And
opportunity. Yes, thank you.
of course. And if you're watching this, please share with others, follow us in the different outlets that we have in social media, and see you next opportunity. Bye.
Take care.